I'm Brian Van, SportbikeTrackHear.com, and today we're going to do a product review on the RST Pro-Series CPX-C II one-piece race suit. Okay, the retail on this suit is $799. That is an amazing price. When you look at everything this suit has to offer, the quality, the features, the benefits, the pedigree that RST has earned over in Europe. You see this stuff, World Superbike, you see it, British Superbike, the TT, lots of crashes in it. They're sponsored suits, and these suits are basically the same thing, minus colors and badging. Really impressive stuff. A lot of passion over there behind this brand. Excited to be offering it. Let's talk about who is this suit right for. This suit is right for somebody who wants to do track days for sure. It's a great suit for that. And it's also great for basically any level of racing that you'd like to do, all the way from club racing to amateur racing. Features, benefits, what do I think? I think you can already tell I'm pretty pumped about this suit. I love when you get a product that brings a lot of value without sacrificing quality, features, and benefits. And that's what this is all about. Really dig it. It's going to be a big hit for sure for us. The suit itself, carbon shoulder slider. There is CE certified armor in the shoulders, elbows, forearms, as well as the knee. This is stitched in the suit. There's another layer of leather behind you. A lot of protection here. If you look at this arm, large panels of leather, super tidy stitching, replaceable elbow slider. If you can corner low enough, right, and not this whole cheat and hang it so far off that you don't even load the tire. Remember, you got to be on the bike enough to load the tire so you have a contact patch. That's a whole nother conversation. Replaceable elbow slider. It's basically a little baby knee puck. Super cool. So tons of protection and abrasion resistance in this area. Locking zips, neoprene cuff is used here. Tons of stretch paneling and stretch fabric is used in this suit. You can see here in the arm, it goes all the way from the cuff up into the neck, spanning over the chest. It's about mobility. When you're on the bike, you don't want to just be protected. You want to be comfortable enough to move around so you can ride the bike and be as focused as possible. If your suit doesn't fit or allow you to move right, it's distracting. Perforation here in the front, lots of perf. Remember, all the stretch fabric, that four-way stretch, that's going to flow air freely too, so that's going to help move air in and out of the suit. Four-way stretch high up into the hips, perforation here in the upper quad, motion panel here in the knee. Integrated carbon knee slider, replaceable knee puck. I'm going to show you this again later in the video, but I love this so much, I'm going to show it right now. They're race department knee pucks. Look what they did here. There's a little TPR pole stitched to it, so you can get it started easy and get the knee puck off the suit. If you've replaced knee pucks on your suits before, you know getting them started is a real pain in the butt. I love what they did there. It just makes life a whole lot easier. Ample use of four-way stretch back here. High quality zip. Removable liner. Let's flip it over. Tons of motion panels back here. All up into the shoulders, down the side of your torso. Large motion panel that wraps around the front of the hips. Really needs to do that. And look at all that stretch. Gotta love that. Segmented perforation back here as well. Four-way stretch used here at the base of the neck. They don't use the largest race hump, okay? If you look at both the suits that we're reviewing right now, the race humps are a little bit to the smaller side. It's gonna help, so there's no interaction with the helmet, so on and so forth. This one can accept a water bag. We do have some of those available right now. If not, it's a pretty generic piece. You could just get and slide in there probably at a sporting goods store. Multiple layers of leather in all the impact zones. You can really see it and feel it here in the seat. That's a key area for sure. You find it in the elbows, the shoulders, the knees, so on and so forth. Super pumped for this. If you want more details, just stay tuned for the second part. We'll show you everything you need to know. Okay, now let's talk sizing. Ever important sizing. I'm 5 feet 11 inches tall, 205 pounds, 33-inch waist, semi-athletic build. Underneath the suit, I have on a full coverage Alpine Stars back protector and a one-piece undersuit. This is a 54 Euro. Right out of the box, it fits and feels exactly as I would want. This is going to take very little break-in for me to get good and comfortable in. That's going to be a combination of the fit pattern that RST's used for this suit, as well as the overall cut. I am normally a size 56. Most common suits out there, I'm going to be wearing a 56 Euro. This suit for me clearly runs one size larger than expected. And I would also say the cut of this is a little bit more to the generous side. If I'm comparing it to other suits that are out there now, I would say this is a broader cut suit. It probably favors the American build a little bit more. It's a little more forgiving, a little more room in the arms, the shoulders, the chest, right? And even a little more room in the midsection. I've got some space there. I'll try and fill that up over the course of the next couple of months during the winter. So I want you to think more forgiving cut as compared to the European suits that we're accustomed to, the Dynés, the Alpine Stars, those types. It's going to run a little bit bigger. If I were to compare this to something else out there that's been in the marketplace for a while, the AGV sport suits have kind of always been that way too, where in their suits, I would normally wear a 54 Euro or 44 US. So let's give you a better idea of exactly how it fits. Plenty of mobility. As I get down into the tuck, you can watch that stretch panel down there, right? Plenty of room. It'll only get better as I wear and ride in it more, sweat in it, and break the suit in. Okay, inside out of the CPX-C II suit, we have a fully removable liner. You'll see that they do have a 3D fabric here in the back protector area. This does accept a back protector insert. Realistically, with a race suit, I think almost everyone who's going to ride in a suit at this level, you're going to have your own standalone back protector. It's cool that the pocket's there. I don't really feel like that's going to be utilized very much. There are some hip Arbor pads that are built in to the liner itself. You can slide into the pockets if you want. Some additional hip armor, that's up to you if you want to fortify that area. Full zip here, a little storage pocket on the breast, both sides. If you want to wash this, remember, mild detergent, line dry, don't throw it in the dryer. Armour Package, all CE certified stuff. We've got our elbow forearm here. You can see this is some really nice soft stuff. As it warms, it gets even more comfortable. Knee and shin, as well as shoulder. Each of these pieces here, these two, they Velcro in, so you can really move these around quite a bit to help dial in the fit of the race suit. Focusing on the chassis of the suit itself. The first thing you're going to notice when you get this in your hands is just the quality of the stitching, the workmanship that goes into this. And it's almost hard to believe at the retail this sells for that it is really that good. The materials are good and the workmanship is right on par with the materials. Hydration pack ready. We do have some of these available right now. You can buy other hydration packs that'll probably slide right in here. Open the zip, drop it in. You can see too with the RST suits that the race hump they're not using a massive race hump. It's a little more low profile. We've got some 4-way stretch fabric here at the base of the neck for comfort. Large motion panels with this suit. All through the shoulders, down the sides, little perforated panels here to help with ventilation. Another large motion panel here around the waist, and that's key. Mobility is key when you're on the bike. Double layer of leather is used in the seat and other areas throughout the suit where the structural integrity needs to be bolstered. You're going to see tons of 4-way stretch fabric is used through the lower legs as well. High quality zips. I'll show you the knee armor inside. This one is still installed. Large patch here allows you to really move that around with the Velcro that's on the armor to get the fit just right for you. Really like that. Little customization is nice. The shoulder of the suit. We have an external carbon fiber, and there is some flexibility to this, protector and slider that works in conjunction with the CE armor underneath to really bolster the protection in this area. It's got an elbow slider. I like what RST did here. It's like a little baby knee puck. Easily replaceable, right? If you're getting your elbow down enough to wear that thing out, you can get a replacement piece and put it on there. It's not stitched into the suit. Now, when you look at the arm, too, I want you to notice the large panels of leather that they're using here and how they keep the stretch fabric way out of the impact zone. Okay, this type of setup holds up really, really well in a crash, which is the whole reason you're wearing the suit. We've got the neoprene cuff. Locking zips are used. Front of the suit, tons of perforation. You'll see also the stretch fabric spans all the way from the wrist up into the neck area of the suit. This will all flow air freely as well. It's not sprayed or anything from the backside, so that flows air really, really well. Not only does it help with mobility, but it helps with airflow. Ample perforation, large holes here too in the center to help move air in and out. You'll note that on the sleeves and anywhere near an impact area, RST puts no perforation. They believe that that enhances the structural integrity of the suit, and it's really hard to argue that for sure. You can see the stretch fabric spans all the way up into the hips on both sides, once again, to enhance mobility. Nice perforated panel here at the top of the quad. Large motion panel here in the knee. We have a very similar to the shoulder carbon fiber knee slider here. That's sewn into the suit. This suit does come complete with their race department knee sliders. I'm going to show you something right here. If you've owned a race suit before and you've worn out a set of knee pucks, or you've had to move them and reposition them, you'll appreciate this too. Their knee puck design is such that there's a pull tab at the bottom that releases pretty easy. You can get your finger in there, and it allows you to just get it started and remove this easier than basically every other knee puck out there. You gotta love that. That's pretty intuitive. That's proof positive. The folks that own the company, they're riding themselves. Okay, now let's have a quick look inside the suit. You know, something that's pretty relevant too is stitching. How tidy is it inside? Because let's face it, RST is a big brand over in Europe, but it's not really a giant brand here in the US right now. And let's look just here in the chest. All the rows of stitching. It's folded, right? It's probably taped and or glued, depends on the area of the suit. Everybody uses a little different practice there, but look at all the rows and how tidy all of that stitching is in every single spot. Motion panel here. You can see that I believe that looks like it's probably that four-way stretch along with the panel of leather. Tons of protection there. You can see here in the seat. Additional panels are used. In the lower leg, we have additional layers that are utilized there as well. And here's a great example of the stitching. Here is the stretch fabric that's used down here in the lower leg. And you can see once again, that stretch fabric is folded over quite a bit. I mean, that's probably about a ½ an inch, and multiple rows of stitching to secure that. And that helps with burst strength. Also the location of all the stretch fabric, they've got that well out of the impact zone. You see these suits all over the place in Europe. British Superbike, World Superbike, TT, all that stuff. Tons of crashes have been had in these. What's interesting too is their consumer level suit is really the same thing that their pro level suit is. They're not really changing anything. You don't get a totally different full off custom suit using all different materials for the pro riders, the sponsored riders. You're getting the same product. They put a ton of passion and development into this, and they do it at a price that is reasonable, and almost any rider who wants to get out there on the racetrack can afford and get a good quality product. We're excited to be offering these suits. The price is fantastic. SportbikeTrackGear.com. This is the RST CPX-C II one-piece race suit.